Hello everybody and welcome back. So this is the render and it took a couple minutes for it to finish, which is pretty good. And this is what we have. I think it's working pretty well. I think it's a bit too reflective at the moment, but so far I think we are very close. Now let's take a look at the AUVs. We have this one, occlusion pass. I don't know why this is giving me this result. I think either the geometry normals is inverted or something is wrong, but I'm not sure what's happening. I need to check that geometry, and I'm not planning on using occlusion there anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm mainly focusing on this because I wanted it later to do a trick. And then we have the blue, which is, I believe, the height information. And then we have the dot, so this is stuff that faces up, down, and the center. Up, down, center, or vice versa. And then we have the inside, so that's our inside faces. We have the groups, the top and bottom. And we have the red, we have the various AUVs. So this is our red light, top, sky, which is pretty dim, so if we gain it up, this is our sky. I think the texture is very uniform, so we need to mix it better. And this is the sun, or the light from behind the mountains. And this is another one pointing downward to mimic cloud. And then this is the blue light. And that's it. All the other AUVs are from previous tests, and they're no longer valid. I mean, these four. Everything else is pretty fine. Yeah, I think it's very reflective, so I would definitely go and lower the amount of reflection we're getting. And then diffuse indirect, the direct, and the indirect. Cool. So that's it really for the surface. I would probably work on the textures a bit more, but I will leave that to you guys. And the last part I wanted to show is the displacement, which we're doing at render time. So I'm gonna paste the graph which we've created already. So this is what I'm doing for the displacement. Reading up the vectors, applying noise, and then the noise is based off of the pref or rest attribute, and then using that to add displacement, and also using it with a negate node to undistort the maps. So in the triplanar node, we would plug this in the offset. So for both of these, and that way our displaced geometry still looks correct. And that's it. For the geometry that we're displacing, we have to make sure that we're subdividing it. So if we go under Arnold, subdivision, oh, I see. That's why it is slow, because it was subdividing the geometry. Sorry, guys. So we need to subdivide the geometry, and by turning on linear subdivision 1 or 2, and UV smoothing, I use linear mode. So that's very, very important to subdivide the geometry to add enough details in here. Okay, so we're gonna move on to testing the fire and the volumes and see how they look under this lighting, and how to improve the shaders. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in a bit.